Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. Spoiler warning about this video. I'll get back into the story missions beginning with video number 39, but in this video, I'm going to jump around between several story missions. So if you want to watch the story missions play out in a natural order in this video series, then skip this video for now. So this particular mission here is a mid-game mission called Plaster Blaster. It's given by Ray Machowski. I'll explain the premise. So you're supposed to shoot this ambulance here and then something, and then you're supposed to get pulled out of your car by Colombians who gang up on you and absolutely shred you. And the idea is to fill up the damage meter of that corpse that's in the plaster, like on the ground there. It's like mummified or whatever. And the standard way to do it, the intended way, is for you to run over the corpse repeatedly, and that will gradually fill up the damage meter. When I'm speedrunning this game, at this point in my playthrough, I have rockets, so I hit the corpse with like 6 rockets, and that fills up the damage meter. But here instead, we're going to use an 8-ball approved way of passing this mission. So the 8 balls on each of the 3 islands arm or rig a car in slightly different ways. And so this particular one here on Staunton, as soon as I arm the car by clicking the left mouse button, the car will blow up in about 10 seconds. And so what I'm trying to do is put my car right on top of the corpse there, and then arm it, and then wait about 10 seconds, and just check out the damage meter there. You'll see it fill up a little bit, maybe 10-15%, something like that. And again, this is an 8-ball approved method, so we're just gonna rinse and repeat. So this particular video is in response to a challenge proposed by YouTuber The Marcine from GTA Games. They write, complete 3 different story missions using cars rigged with a bomb. You have to use a bomb from each of 8ball's bomb shops, and you're not allowed to use the Marty Chonk's mission strand. Okay, so this is my my attempt at meeting Marcine's challenge here on the second island. I'm just going to repeat this. I don't know how many times it took, like 7 or 8 or something. Definitely not a speed strat, but an interesting and a surprising and unusual way to pass this mission. I wasn't even sure when I was doing this, when I was brainstorming ideas. Apparently the universe wants me to take this vehicle, which is why it pushed me in the back like 30 feet in the air. I wasn't even sure if an exploding car would damage the body. Like sometimes the game interprets damage in unexpected ways. All right, so now we've got 4 stars here, which is okay because the FBI aren't on to me yet. But once the FBI comes out, and then every time I get out of the car, it's trouble. And also every time like the FBI are like shooting at my car, I could blow up my car in like a couple of seconds and just instantly die. So here I am just fast forwarding through each of my attempts here. So the FBI are out and I am trying not to get shredded. Fortunately, those 2 FBI cars smashed into themselves and a mission passed. There you go, 1 for 1. Okay, big spoiler alert coming up here. If you don't know the major plot points of GTA 3, then like stop this video right now. I'll give you like 5 seconds to decide if you want to continue watching this video. Okay, so this is the mission Sayonara Salvatore. You can see the car to my right here is going to speed up once I pass him. My plan, so this particular vehicle that I've got here, I've already armed with a bomb at the Staunton 8 balls, so it's going to go off about 10 seconds after I arm it. And I thought I could just park in the back of Luigi's right when Salvatore comes out, but since I was spotted, he just went out the front entrance. So I had to chase him. I'm kind of improvising here. I was like hoping I could like block the garage a little bit, get here before Salvatore's chauffeur, and then hope to time it perfectly so that that limo, the stretch, or no, it's not a limo, it's a Mafia Sentinel, is in the blast radius. And took 1 attempt and it worked. I think I got quite lucky. I think I was a few seconds away from mission failed there. Okay, this is the end of a late game mission called Sam, given by Asuka. I've armed this bomb with I've armed this car with the detonator bomb, which is given by 8 balls on the last island. So here we go. Can we explode this thing? No, you're supposed to shoot the dodo with a rocket. I'm pretty sure I got the timing right there, and the dodo was in the blast radius when my car exploded, but didn't work. So I conclude that that the dodo is not explodable by an exploding car. Okay, next up, Dead Skunk in the Trunk. This is another attempt at using the detonator version of an 8-ball shop. So I took this particular vehicle off video. I took it over to the 8 balls in Shoreside. And so I've got this particular car rigged with a bomb. I don't want to blow it up yet, though. The premise here is you got to like grab this manana to my left here, the one with the arrow on it, and drive it to the crusher. But as soon as you get into the manana, these 2 bad guys start chasing you. And so my plan to make this mission easier is to blow both those bad guys up. But as soon as you blow one of them up, the other one wakes up. And so I'm going to now, so here's the other guy on my left. So I'm going to cut out a long drive, flying a car over the gap in the Callahan Bridge, and then driving from Staunton to Shoreside in the tunnel, which is currently not blocked in this save file, and then arming a vehicle over at the Eight Balls. Here I am arming a vehicle at the Eight Balls, and then reversing the trip, driving through the tunnel, flying back over the gap. And I do this whole thing. It took, I don't know how long this thing took, like 6 minutes. I'm not 8 minutes, 8 minutes in real time. Oh no, that's another one. So I don't know how long this took. But then I come back hoping desperately that my first car that I rigged hasn't been despawned, and it has. You can sense the sadness in my paws right here. I was just like, I can't believe I did that whole thing. I knew there was a chance that my car would despawn. I thought there was a pretty good chance, but I had experimented a little bit with whether or not cars despawn when they've been rigged with this detonator type bomb, and I had kind of concluded that like maybe they don't, even if you get far away, but apparently they do. So, all right. So I mean, like, I'm not even going to show the rest of this mission. I just passed it in the ordinary way. But because I had to use a non-8 ball approved rocket launcher, I'm not going to consider this an acceptable passing of the challenge. I still need to find a way to use the bombs over at 8 balls on Shoreside, the detonatable ones. So here is my third and final attempt at trying to use the detonator version of the 8 ball shop to pass a mission. This is the Tony mission, taking out the laundry, where you have to destroy 3 Mr. Wong laundry vans. So when I speed run this game, I use drive-bys to destroy the 3 vans. You just drive around, they kind of follow like random paths, and just one at a time, just drive by them. It's all fine. It's a straightforward, fairly early game mission. You're going to see one of the vans coming up here on the right-hand side at this traffic light. In this attempt, I'm going to totally ignore that van. There he goes. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing that I described in the last clip. I'm going to fly a car over the gap in the Callahan Bridge. I'm going to drive through the tunnel from Staunton to Shoreside. I'm going to arm a car at the 8 balls, the detonatable kind, and bring it right back over that gap with flying cars cheat. So this vehicle is detonatable, and so here's one of the laundry vans. Now it's important not to clip the van. I'm trying to park very close to the van so that when I explode my car, the van will explode and catch on fire. But if you clip the van, then it starts driving away, which would make it much more challenging for me to do what I want to do. Okay, but I said there are 3 vans. Again, punched. Why am I always punched? So 3 vans, and if this is an 8 ball approved video, then the goal is to not use anything but 8 ball stuff. So here I'm going to use the health card cheat because the triads were shooting me up, and it took me 8 minutes to get over to Shoreside and rig this vehicle and then come back. So using lots of cheats, but that's okay. All right, so here I probably would have been fine, but I was like so nervous. I didn't want to like be too far away from the van, but also I don't want to clip the van because then he gets spooked. So I just drove it a little bit closer, and then we will use the detonator again, and then we will have 2 vans done. Kaboom! I didn't even see the fire until the end. I was worried that he was too far away and I missed him. But all good. That's 2 out of 3 vans. Wasn't that like a Meatloaf song? 2 out of 3 vans ain't bad. Okay, so this was weird. So this van right here is spooked. I didn't even touch him, but he's already spooked. And so I didn't know. I was surprised. I thought I could just park in front of him, but no, he just drives right around me. So I didn't know if maybe this meant that once you blow up the first 2 vans, whichever first 2 you decide on, then the third one is automatically spooked because his buddies have been blown up. I don't know. If that's true, it's not behavior I've noticed before in speedrunning this mission. So here I'm trying to take my like puny Banshee and stop his very big, heavy Mr. Wong's laundry van. Again, my car is suffering a lot of damage because of the size differential here. We need weight classes in GTA 3. Okay, but we're going up a hill, which is good for me because he's real slow. And then I just kind of gently escort him towards the wall. I don't want him to flip, but I just need to get him to slow down enough and then detonate. I'm going to get blown up a little bit here too, but all good. And the mission passed. So when I speedrun this mission, it takes me about 2 minutes just to do the drive-bys. This attempt took 33 minutes. Like each trip back and forth was like, 8, 9 minutes. So definitely not a speedrun method, but approved by my main man, 8 Ball. So totally worth it. Okay, next up. I actually don't know what I'm doing here. I thought I was doing Vigilante next. What's happening here? Yeah, Vigilante next. Okay, so this particular police car has already been armed with a bomb from the 8 balls here on Portland, which is the kind which only detonates, like you arm it by left clicking, and then if somebody gets into the vehicle after it's been armed, then it explodes. So there's a couple of missions where a passenger takes a particular vehicle, and you know they're going to take it ahead of time, and so you can use the 8 balls here on Portland to sort of pass those 2 missions. There's two I'm thinking of. I don't want to spoil anything because I'll be doing it later in the series. But my only idea for how to do this, how to use an 8 balls here on Portland was to do vigilante, get a criminal to stop, and get the criminal to get out of their vehicle and try to carjack me. So I think I ended up doing it like a drive-by, just one bullet on this guy to get him interested, and it worked. And then he yanked me out. I was like, oh, this is gonna be beautiful. He's gonna get in. The car's gonna blow up. And instead, he just gets out and starts running away. And I was like, what happened? Did I like maybe in saving the vehicle in my garage off video, like it makes it so it doesn't explode? But no, I just got totally tricked by this criminal. Okay, here's my second attempt. Again, as soon as I arm this vehicle, the bomb goes off once somebody else, or once I or somebody gets in the car. And so just trying to get this guy and this criminal out of the car. And then I didn't have to do too much work, I don't think, to get him to try to steal my car. Come on, buddy, come and get it. Here I am, a sitting duck. Perfect, perfect. So here I ended up getting injured a little bit. I was kind of collateral damage. So it worked. Like I passed something or other by using the 8 balls here in Portland, but I wanted to try to not get damaged. So here's my third and final attempt at this vigilante thing, and the final clip of this video. And while we're doing this final clip, I'll say many thanks to Marcin for the challenge. This was pretty fun. If you have a challenge for me to consider or an aspect of the game for me to investigate, please leave it in the comments. And let's see if we can get this done without me dying. Indeed we can. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.